Russia claims to have evidence linking concert attack to Ukraine.
Baltimore bridge collapse could lead to record insurance loss.
Risk of escalating conflicts in the Middle East.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. Russia Investigative Commission claims it has evidences that the gunmen who killed more than 140 people in an attack on the Moscow concert hall last week were linked to Ukrainian nationalists.
In a statement, the Russian Investigative Commission said the attackers had received significant amounts of cash and cryptocurrency from Ukraine. Russian law enforcement officials also arrested a suspect believed to be involved in providing financial support for the attack plot. Earlier, 11 individuals were arrested, including 4 people accused of firing directly at a concert center on the outskirts of Moscow. Russia has consistently claims the connection between Ukraine and the attackers, although the United States and Ukraine have denied this and the IS militant group has claimed responsibility.
The collapse of Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland on March 26th is likely to cause huge loss to insurance companies as it may lead to the largest single marine insurance loss ever.
According to U.S. media, the collision of the Dali container ship into the famous Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore forced one of the U.S. busiest seaports to shut down, and it is unclear when Baltimore port will reopen. Insurance companies and analysts are assessing the potential losses for various insured products including property, goods, marine cargo, trade credit, and business interruption. Analysts estimate these losses could reach up to $4 billion, surpassing the record insurance payout for Costa Concordia luxury cruise ship disaster in 2012. On March 28, the U.S. government granted Maryland State an initial emergency funding of $60 million to handle the aftermath of the bridge collapse and begin the reconstruction of the bridge.
Vietnamese Prime Minister has sent an official telegram on urgent completion and issuance of national technical criteria on expressways in order to promptly address existing inadequacies and potential traffic safety risks, enhancing the capacity and efficiency of expressway operations.
According to the official telegram, the Minister of Transport was assigned to promptly complete the national technical criteria on expressways with a focus on thorough review to ensure strict implementation of the Prime Minister's directives. Attention must be also paid on the principles of layout, design and intersections suitable to practical exploitation and scientific requirements. In addition, the management and operation of expressways must be attached with special importance to ensure convenience, safety, efficiency as well as to create new development spaces and to boost socio-economic development of local regions. The completion target is before April 5, 2024.
Upcoming are some updated news.
In the first 3 months of this year, Nghệ An Province approved the investment proposals and issued investment registration certificates for 18 domestic and foreign invested projects with a total registered capital exceeding 12 trillion Vietnamese dong. Among these projects, 17 are domestic investments and 1 foreign direct investment project. The newly licensed projects have large investment capital. Along with the flourishes on new investment projects, in the first quarter, the province saw over 600 newly established enterprises with a total registered capital of over 6.1 trillion dong, marking a more than 127% increase compared to the same period in 2023. Additionally, 291 businesses have resumed their operations.
To meet the increasing travel demand during the holidays of Liberation Day, April 30th and Labor Day, May 1st, Vietnam Airlines will add nearly 560,000 seats or more than 2,800 flights to all of its domestic and international routes between April 26th and May 2nd. The flights will focus on increasing the load on 8 key tourist routes. Meanwhile, on its international routes, the group will increase more flights to Japan, the Republic of Korea, Thailand, Laos, and Cambodia, which are the destinations of the most flights of Vietnam Airlines. Currently, many flights during the peak season are 50 to 70% full.
In the afternoon of March 28th, hails and thunderstorms have trickled several communes in Kishan, Guizhou, Dengzheng district of Nghệ An Province. Accordingly, hailstorms accompanied with high winds swept several communes of Dengzheng district, damaging houses and crops in the area. The hailstones were quite large, with diameter ranging from 1 to 2 centimeters. Vinh city was also hit by heavy rain between 7 to 7:30 a.m. this morning. Now it is time for hails and thunderstorms in the mountainous districts of Nghệ An Province. Given this fact, local authorities have warned people to take measures to cope with abnormal weather and mitigate damages to human life, properties, and crop.
The conflicts in the Middle East are at risk of widening as clashes between Israel and forces of Hamas and Hezbollah are escalating, while Israel also stepping up airstrikes on neighboring Syria.
On the evening of March 28th, a series of heavy rockets were launched by Lebanon Hezbollah forces towards Goran and Shlomi, the villages in Israel, resulting in at least 17 deaths. This is the highest number of casualties in Hezbollah's retaliation against Israel. Hezbollah stated the attack was in response to Israeli airstrikes the night before. This retaliatory attack also marks the first time Hezbollah strikes civilian targets in Israel. According to Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah, the attacks along the border will only cease when Israel stops its attacks on Gaza.
More resilience will ultimately force the enemy to cease their aggression and to be defeated. Ongoing resistance activities in Lebanon are putting pressure on Israeli forces.
Meanwhile, Israeli Defense Forces spokesperson Daniel Hagari stated that Israel force has killed 30 Hezbollah fighters in the past week, destroyed dozens of Hezbollah military locations in an effort to push these forces away from the Israeli border. In Syria, the Human Rights Watch organization reported that Israeli forces also conducted an airstrike on a weapons depot near Aleppo International Airport, resulting in nearly 40 deaths. All casualties were Syrian soldiers. This is Israel's most damaging attack on neighboring Syria in recent years. The Israeli military has not issued any comments on these attacks. However, in a notable development, the Israeli Defense Forces announced conducting a large-scale special warfare exercise. The exercise aims to prepare for a war breakout on the northern front bordering Syria and Lebanon. This development is heightening concerns about potential widespread conflicts across the Middle East.
Is conducting a high-precision
The exercise is led by the Combat Division, involving all military sectors, IDF leaders and the General Staff. The purpose is to strengthen the IDF's readiness for all situations in the northern region.
The move is raising fears of widespread conflict across the Middle East amid the ongoing conflict in Gaza, which killed tens of thousands of civilians as talks on a ceasefire remain deadlocked.
The last story to end our program today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye and see you later.